what you got to remember is that winning is important. Fury won. He beat the man. But what he's doing now is not good. You have to know your plan for when you get into this position. Winning is fine, but the responsibility of being a champion is what's important. So it would be important to beat the man who beat the man, but it's irrelevant because I realize that he has no substance right now. You have to use your position wisely. And that's why Klitschko still got the interest, because of how he has manipulated his position and used it wisely. So Fury would be good competition and a good fight for me. But right now, it's not relevant. I hope he does, and I hope he comes back strong. But for now, I can't really comment. I don't know. Those are the words of Anthony Joshua talking about Tyson Fury. Now, I'd like to know from you guys if you think Fury can come back and dominate the division again. There are many Fury believers who are actually singing that particular line. They think he's going to come back and it's going to be easy peasy for him. Nobody will be able to compete. I think these people are very, very mistaken. I think they're getting far too carried away by Fury having one victory over Vladimir Klitschko. A great victory, but still one victory. I have made this comparison before. I'm going to have to bring it out again because history shows that there have been many people like Tyson Fury in the past who have upset a reigning champion, a dominant champion. But most of those guys, or at least many of them, have not gone on to dominate the division. And some of them were unbeaten at the time. Leon Spinks when he beat Muhammad Ali. His brother Michael Spinks when he beat Larry Holmes. Did Michael Spinks go on to dominate the division? Absolutely not. And I know that Michael Spinks obviously is a much smaller man than Tyson Fury, but heavyweights were much smaller back then generally. Michael Spinks wasn't particularly small in terms of height and reach, at least, when he beat Larry Holmes for a heavyweight. So, again, you can pull off a great victory, but having longevity in the game, at the top of the game, is a whole different challenge than pulling off one great victory. And from all I've seen of Tyson Fury throughout his whole career, not just recently, I question whether he's going to have the longevity because of the way he lives outside of the ring, lack of discipline, issues with his mental health, so on and so forth. A guy like that, having a long reign at the top, defeating everybody, I can't see it. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. At the end of the day, my words are just words. And when Tyson Fury gets in the ring, that's all that matters. My words, your words, everybody else's words are irrelevant. But that's my particular opinion. If Fury does come back, particularly if he comes back later on this year, do you think he can jump straight back in to a world title fight like a Mayweather and be successful? Or do you think he's going to need some tune-up fights first? I'd like to hear your opinions on that. Mayweather is one of the few fighters I've ever seen that can come back after long layoffs and jump straight back into a high-level fight. But one of the reasons he's able to do that is because he lives the Spartan lifestyle of a professional athlete. I mean, you look at Mayweather now, since he's retired, he's still in shape. That's what it takes. It's a life that you have to live. It's a lifestyle. It's not just you're living like a slob 6 months of the year or 4 or 5 months of the year and then training hard for a couple months of the year for training camp to get in shape for a fight and then go back to being a slob again. That's not going to cut it at the highest level in the long run. You have to live the life. You have to enjoy the life. It has to be part of you. The training and the dieting has to be part of your normal lifestyle, not something you only do in training camp. That's what I believe. There are exceptions. There have been some fighters who have abused their bodies, but because they were so talented, they were still able to have long careers. But those fighters all suffered losses. An example would be Roberto Duran. He notoriously would balloon up in weight and fluctuate in weight, but he lost a lot of fights, Roberto Duran. You even look at somebody like James Toney, another great fighter. He had a long career, but he lost a lot of fights. He lost a lot of fights that he shouldn't have really lost. He lost to people that were not as talented. I'm not saying all his losses. I'm saying some of them were to fighters who were not really as talented as him, but they were certainly more disciplined than him. There were certainly guys who were living the life. And so that's what I see for Tyson Fury. I see losses. I don't see an unbeaten run that goes on forever. I just don't see it. Dominating division like the Klitschko's, Tyson and Huey together. I just do not see it. Huey is a guy who stays in shape. While Tyson, no. Well, those are just my personal views. You may have views that differ with mine, and that's fine. As far as what Joshua is saying, that Fury's not relevant at this point, and that he maybe didn't, act in his own best interest when he was at the top. I think that's fair comment, to be honest. Anthony Joshua has to concentrate on Vladimir Klitschko. He can't get sidetracked by thinking about no Tyson Fury or anything like that, even though the media are going to ask him about that. And obviously Tyson Fury is going to be trolling Anthony Joshua on Twitter and so on and so forth, which, personally, I enjoy that kind of stuff. I like, especially Fury. When Fury starts trolling, I love it. Him. There's a number of heavyweights, actually. I think the heavyweight division is the best division at the moment for trash talk. You got Tyson Fury, who's obviously great trash talker. You got David Haye. You got Dylan White, who's a great trash talker. You got Jarrell Miller. You got Deontay Wilder, who tries to do his thing here and there. You got a whole heap of trash talkers in the heavyweight division. I personally love it. And that's probably why they're asking Anthony Joshua questions about Tyson Fury, because, maybe he said something about him. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me know what you feel about everything I talked about in this video and all the quotes. It's Hatman, I'm out.